Hello, AC Universe. Welcome back to Canada Crossing. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of my main island. I have two switches. This is my first one. It is Fire Cove. I will be flattening the island after this, so I kind of wanted one big tour of the island. So I think without further ado, let's go take a peek and I'll try to explain some things along the way. I'll show you my map first. I don't find my map overly that impressive. I'll show you my villagers. I have Henry, Sheldon, Lolly, Francine, Marshall, Vladimir, Fauna, Wendy, Sherb, and Eric. This is my second character. I wanted to create a bed and breakfast for the island, and she runs it, and you know, because I have so much creativity, I named her Inn because she runs an inn. Yeah. So this is my entranceway. I definitely wanted cliffs right off the bat. I love that look. It definitely welcomes you to the island in a way that is tells you what the island's going to be about. You know, right off the bat, you can kind of see that we have the path, which is the path that I've used through most of my island. Yeah, so basically I kind of try to do my flowers as color themes, so not minimal decorations, but it's mostly about the greenery and a few things placed here and there. Right off the bat, you kind of are left with a fork in the road. Right now, we're going to go up first. So this is my Nook's Cranny area. Again, I wanted to concentrate more on the natural look, so again, red flowers mostly. I do find the red flowers kind of go with Nook's Cranny, so that's probably why I chose them. You can go on past here, they've got a little bit of path. And then I have a Sunken Museum. I find with museums you can either go grand and make it crazy, large scale, magnificent, or do it kind of low key. I was at the point where my fossils are all completed in my museum, most of my bugs and fishes are completed. Even now, I'm getting quite a bit of the art completed. So I don't really go to the museum as much. So I did want to kind of create this little area for it. In hindsight, I probably would have made it a little bit bigger because you can't even really see what's going on down there. But like I have a bench and there's a light and a bit of a kind of a garden. It probably deserved a little bit more. But having said that, I kind of liked the idea of kind of having it kind of sunken behind the store. I don't know. To me, it looked kind of cool. We'll go around to the left first, then we'll come back around to come back to the airport at the end. So right here is my campsite. Actually, I forgot I had a campsite villager today. But it's basically pretty standard campsite materials. I like the idea of a simple campsite, but realistic, what you would have at a campsite in real life. So I have a nice little pond area. Obviously the campfire, which is essential, camping table, barbecue. I love having the kids' tents, of course. They just complement the campsite so well. This goes right to where my entrance was in my airport. I've got a little beachside kind of bike parking and vending machine area. I don't know if most of you have this issue. I definitely have the hardest time with the beaches. I just never know what to do with them. I thought this was kind of simple, but filled the space, and I actually really dig the way it turned out. So just come up this way, again, just like kind of expanding the camping ground onto the beach. So beachside camping. Same with up on the rocks here. I have another tent and fire, camping cookware here. Yeah, just to expand the camping site a little bit. And then just up on the beach here to finish it off, just some lounging chairs that I customized with all the different designs, kind of beachy themed designs. They're all sables patterns. I tried to go like dark blue, light blue, dark blue, light blue kind of thing. So it's kind of maybe an extension of the camping site, but again, probably more or less it's just to fill up space on the beach. I'm just curious, who did we get here? Oh, yeah, I just made a video about you, so we better not talk to you. Yeah, of course I got the campsite sign and some lights backing. I actually like the way the lights look at night behind the sign. It was kind of an interesting choice. I've seen them in front of the sign, but having them kind of backlit actually kind of makes it look different and kind of cool. My flowers have obviously gotten a little bit out of control, as I'm sure we've all experienced. You have a little bit of rain and it's hard to maintain them. So now we're going to go up here. There's fauna. This is Marshall's area, so I kind of did little flower gardens, mostly, in truth, they were flowers I kind of had in the end, after I redesigned, and just kind of wanted to have them in little gardens instead of having one big garden, and kind of going in groups of 2 with each kind of flower, I don't know, I really liked the way it looked instead of just having like 6 different ones or whatever. This, originally when I did the island, was Diana's house, and it looked really good, but now Marshall moved in and he's got a white house too, so it actually looks really nice as well. And just a little table for him, a little area. And then on the other side, we have my Sunken Waterfall, which is one of my favorite parts of the island. I just love the look of a sunken waterfall. You can't get to it. I mean, you could with a ladder, but it's more just for aesthetic reasons. It definitely just adds something. I think it kind of makes it cool and mysterious. What's down there? It's mysterious sunken waterfall. Anyways, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Even just the little bit of decoration up there. Alright, so we're going to walk down past the sunken waterfall. Again, just random cliffs everywhere, filled up to kind of give the area some height. I really like that because it helps also block areas off, so it doesn't look like one flat land. This area was just to fill up some space, truthfully. And then just a small pumpkin patch. I don't even have, I never pick them anymore. I just wanted to do a row of each of the colors. I really love the way that looks. I've seen that on a lot of different islands and definitely have stolen that idea. I also like alternating my fencing. Instead of just doing a solid type of fencing around, I think it just adds so much more character. Doing the barbed wire and the hedges, I really love that. And again, just like decoration, scarecrow, and having pumpkins around the pumpkin patch, go figure. And this is the little beekeeping area. Kind of goes right along with the farm. This is definitely an idea I've seen on Pinterest and YouTube as well. It's so simple, but I think it looks so amazing. Especially customizing the beekeeping house in different kind of variations and turning them different ways as well. You kind of get the full range, and dropping a few wasp nests around. And I've chosen just to use the yellow hyacinths here. Again, I do generally try to keep my flowers in certain types and colors in certain sections. I just think it looks a little bit cleaner. There's definitely times where mixing flowers works, and you'll see that in other parts of my island, but in specific areas like this, I definitely like the way that the single color, and even in this case, a single type, works really well. And then he's got a little seating area. It's one of the nook point things. I just dropped it there, I don't know why. Then we'll come down this incline. On this side of the incline, again, it's just a little beach area. Guys, I struggle with the beaches, I'm not gonna lie. I've said that, but Lolly's just chilling by the waterfall here. She's amazing. A little Hawaiian thing, and I've got the Hawaiian kind of beach tunes going. Yeah, it works. So this is Lolly's house, actually. So again, she's just got a little beachfront property here. It's pretty basic. She's a normal villager, so she likes to read. So I've got the tiny library with a little beach chair there for her as well. This stone path is actually one of my favorites. It's essentially just like the path, but stone, and I just love the way it looks on the grass, and you'll see it later. I have it on the beach as well. I just like the idea of just not having the path everywhere. So again, so this is a different level, so maybe she did have a different type of path. And then on the little peninsula here, she's got a little flower keeping area. Maybe she's into botany. And then her little private beach and little seating area on the rocks. Again, pretty sparse, pretty spare, but I do like the way it looks. Very clean. So we're gonna go back up here. Go back through here, and then we're gonna go down here. So here I was originally Eric and Bo's. I called it their grove, and it's basically their own little area. So 2 houses, there's Eric's, and this was Bo's, now it's Fauna's. But again, it worked out perfectly because Fauna and Eric, you know, couple goals. I liked having them in their own little grove. It was a foresty, again, more going the forest way. They have a joint kind of fire pit area, and they actually have a little lakefront property right here. The dock, I've seen these done a lot, and I've always liked the way they look, but I've never seen one go this way, if that makes any sense. I usually see you go down the dock and overlook the lake. So I just wanted to try it a little bit different. And again, I had the space, so if you have the space, I love the water in this game. I think we can all agree that the water looks amazing. So I wanted to have as much water as possible. And just, I love it. So if we go back behind here, so this is Fauna's kind of side of the grove. I purposely did the back is all. I want it to be as foresty looking as possible. So there's all trees back behind them, both houses, and I just let the weeds grow, like, because that's what they would be like in the forest. So they each kind of have their side, they each have their little bit of equipment. Here's a tip too, like, this workbench looks like it's just Eric's workbench, but it's obviously quite usable for me, and it's great to have it there. So I don't have to be running into my house all the time if I'm constructing something. But also, it's like just making it with that finish actually adds so much to the area. I also love the wells. This is my favorite customization of the well as well. Really matches Eric's house. And then they have a secret little rock hangout area. Again, this was meant back when it was Eric and Bo, and they had a little kind of, not a man cave necessarily, but an escape. And I just thought it was kind of cool to just do something on the rocks, because I don't, especially in the back of the island, you don't really get to do much with them most of the time, because generally we have cliffs back here. And I thought, well, I have a flat area, and this is a great rock with lots of room. So I thought this was just kind of a chill area, have the music going, and just an area that they can kind of chill and just hang out, and, you know. Anyways, I'm quite happy with this area. I've never, again, seen any of the villagers go back here, but it's just for me to know that it's there. Now, if we go to the back, you're going to see the secret beach. So I just had, again, just a simple path going next to the groove. Again, I kind of blocked the whole groove off with a fence and lined it with some trees. And then I have the secret beach. Again, very simple, but I just love it. It's very elegant as far as the simplicity, and it just looks simple yet classic. It's when I'm redoing my island, I'm tempted to just keep it because I really do like it, and I can't imagine unless I come up with a different kind of theme. But I definitely can see myself keeping that. And then we'll go across this bridge here. And then I always wanted to do a yard that was all the bamboo furniture, because I really like it, but it never really kind of fit my theme, and it doesn't really fit my theme. But the way he's kind of tucked away here, again, just looks like his own little special area. This is Henry's house. And again, picking colored, so the orange flowers with the bamboo looks amazing, and actually quite well with his house. This is such an underrated item as well. I could just sit here and watch it. It's really cool. The deer scare. And then we're gonna go down here. Then I've got this other little incline up here, and we have two houses up here. This is Wendy's house. This was originally Stitch's house, so I kind of gave him a playground type area. But Wendy's peppy, and it kind of goes with her, and I just haven't decided to change it. It's a little messy. It's not really how I wanted it to turn out, but at the same time, it's kind of fun. And that, like I said, for Stitches, it really worked. And then just up at the front, we have Sherb's house. Pretty basic. Poor Sherb didn't get too much of a yard, but he does have kind of colors that match his house. The telescope area. So we're going back down to the front here. This is the bed and breakfast. I wanted it to look very country, very welcoming, so I went with lighter colors on the outside. I think it's important to always look at the outside colors of your buildings as well, not just what it's going to look like on the inside. I always try to put as many trees as possible. I think trees are one of the best decorations in this game. Alright, so outside the inn, we have, as I mentioned, these tables and chairs. And then to go with the inn, I decided to make a wedding area. But I wanted to do a wedding area because I thought, what great opportunity. You have a bed and breakfast, and maybe people want to get married there. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. Again, I love the wedding furniture. I'm excited that we're going to be getting a few more pieces in the next coming update. And then right next to the wedding is going to be the reception area. Again, very simple. The head table up here. Of course, you have the cake, the turkey stand. I love that thing. And then what else do you have at a wedding? You have a dance floor. So right behind it, we have the DJ area, dance floor. And now we're coming to probably my favorite part of the island. It's my vineyard. I am really happy with how this turned out. Again, I can't take all the credit. A lot of the ideas come from Pinterest and YouTube, but I kind of just turn them into my own. So this is the vineyard. So we have the grapes, which you harvest to make the wine, just in nice little rows, using the purple hyacinths, and the grape hats, which seems ridiculous, but for some reason it really works here. I'm really happy with it. And then I just kind of threw some stuff like barrels that you would keep the wine in. I've got a silo and just kind of more like farmy stuff. And have some of these grape picking barrel backpacks just sitting there for people to pick grape. And then on this side we actually have the wine tasting area. So this is where you're going to taste the wine. Kind of a bar setup and cork, and I love this area. Like I said, I can't imagine me being able to tear it down, but we'll see what happens. Now we're going to go behind it, and again, just a random cliff again and waterfall. Add some height to the island. And then we'll go across the bridge. Again, change up with the path. And then we end up at my house, the far back corner of the house, of the island. Small yard, again with just a nice cliff waterfall next to it, just to add some height to around the house. Simple decorations, but I think kind of nice and classic again. And then connecting it through waterfalls and cliffs, it just adds so much depth to your island. On this side of my house, we have the beach here. Just wanted a little cozy sitting area. Again, very simple, but you know, totally someplace I would sit, overlooking the ocean. It's very nice. And then just some extra recipes. Please ignore those. A little pool area. Again, the beaches and rocks are not my forte. I'm not going to pretend that they are. But I just try to throw some stuff up there to make it look somewhat like I tried. And then we'll continue walking down the beach. This part I'm not that upset about. It's a little fishing area. I wanted to kind of use different furniture and chairs and tables and sets just to make it look like it was like leftover furniture that people collected and just decided, hey, let's have a little fishing area. Again, the stone path. I love it, and it looks so good on the sand. You'll see that I've used it here. I used it back at the secret beach, and I think a little further up we'll see it a bit more. And see again here, just like little spots here and there to add some texture to the beach. And then my dock, just a simple sitting area. I love putting the rugs on the docks. I just think it adds a lot to it. And it definitely looks like a cozy place that you would just go and hang out, and whether you wanted to fish or just read a book, you know, it's great. Very happy with it. And at the front beach here, a little like surf shack and tiki bar. You know, I think we've all done a tiki bar on our island at one point. Again, just a great way to fill up the beach area. And I love the Zen cushions, customizing them into these little areas and just having a drink out of a coconut on the beach. Who wouldn't want that? And then back up on the land, a little picnic area. Like this is the other side of my entrance. Again, just really wanting to fill all the spaces. This side, I kind of just fenced off two cherry trees. Again, now my flowers are getting control. And putting all my lily of the valleys around them. Cherries was my original fruit, and windflowers are my original flowers. So I kind of just wanted, I know that sounds weird, but I just wanted an area that kind of stood true to what my island originally was, so I didn't forget what it was way back when I started this game. So kind of having these fenced around cherry trees with windflowers kind of around this area, I don't know, kind of kept it back to the start. I don't know what I'm saying, but I love a hopping stone. This is, again, another area, very simple, but again with that stone path, and just kind of tells you like we're close to the town center. Yes, I'll get that. This better be worth holding up my video. I'd stop a lot of things for $5,000. Okay. And then we go up on this side of Rosen Services, and we have the Able Sisters. Again, I wanted to make it look very country, very homey. Flower themes again, we have got pink and blue. And then we go back here, and then up, and then pink and white. This was originally, when I first made it, Mary's house, so it worked out very well. And then when I needed a cranky villager, I ended up with Vladimir, who, guess what, has a pink house. So it actually worked out very well, and he's actually grown on me quite a bit, I have to say. There's something about the crankies that are very endearing. And then we cross the little bridge. I love a little bridge. Again, that brings us That's the lake back there where Eric and Fauna live. So it all connects. And then the waterfall that goes right down in front of resident services. And on this side, we have Francine's house. So she's got a nice little area here, and there's that sunken waterfall back on the other side. And she's got a little reading nook area. This was originally Raymond's house when I first made it. Not that it really suited him either, but it doesn't really suit Francine either. But like I said, I'll be not restarting, but flattening the island anyway. Quite happy with how this island turned out. I'm glad that now I have a video to remember it all, and I will pull up my dream address for you guys once again, in case you want to visit. It's right at the bottom, and give Fire Cove a chance. Like always, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Please visit the dream address, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want more Animal Crossing video content. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.